Hey y'all, today we're talking all about ingredient substitutions and why is Chris never on camera in Cookin Cris's Dishes?
Oh, well, having a whole lot of fun.
Well, first off, I need to slow down. That'd be a great vlog.
No, it would not.
Hey y'all, this week we talk about why I just got pulled over. Welcome back to another edition of As Good As It Gets.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Mikey.
And this is a weekly chat from our car again, where we answer your questions.
All while having a whole lot of fun.
So why are we in the car this week, Mike?
Well, it's Father's Day weekend, and I took Friday off and made a long weekend out of it. Chris said, well, what do you want to do this weekend for Father's Day? And I said, I don't know, let's get away. We want to get away, just get away from town, get away from our jobs, other than vlogging, and just get away from the world. I said, how about we go camping? And in almost over 20 years together, we went camping once, a long, long time ago. And so...
We're old.
We are.
We do not sleep on the ground.
Not very well. And so I go to work, and I get a phone call, and Chris tells me that we're going camping in a cabin in Tennessee.
There we go.
She surprised me and booked a 3-day weekend in the Smoky Mountains. So we're actually headed down right now, first off, to pick up Miss Addie.
That's what I was getting at, is we get our kid back.
Yeah, it's Friday right now, and we're driving down. Addie gets out of church camp here in about an hour, and we're almost there. We're extremely excited to see our baby girl. So we'll probably do a little segment with her in it too, just so you can be hanging around with her too. And then after we get her, we're headed straight south, and we're going to go to the Smoky Mountains. Really looking forward to it. That's where we used to vacation all the time when we first got married.
Yes.
So we're going to head back there and have a little fun. And shack up and pet a bear. And No, not pet a bear.
We're going to give us that. But enough about us.
Let's talk about you.
We are super duper excited. We hit a milestone this week. The Crock Posse did 1,000 subscribers.
I'm going to keep my hands on the wheel.
How about you do that? And so we are super duper excited that the Crock Posse is growing. And speaking of the Crock Posse, we have a winner for our recent giveaway, our slow cooker and apron giveaway. She already knows about it. Miss Kim from
Lexington, North Carolina. North Carolina.
And Kim chose to get the Hamilton Beach right size slow cooker and a Crock Star apron, and they will be on her way. Actually, I'll be ordering them as we continue on our drive today. So that's very exciting. We always love it to be able to keep our Crock Posse crocking. So, in other updates, you've already said we're headed to Tennessee, so we're going to be vlogging that and doing all kinds of fun stuff like that too. Our last update this week is those of you that are following us on Instagram and in the Facebook group see that we have a new apron available in the shop. It is my personal favorite, the Not My Circus, Not My Monkeys apron.
Do you want to go ahead and explain why you love that so much?
I was wearing it a whole 10 minutes before, while I was busy in the kitchen. I had things cooking all over the place, and Mikey wanders in and is starting asking me about his stuff, where his stuff is.
My mouse, I couldn't find a mouse.
I never touch, like, it's not my stuff, so I didn't even say anything. I just pointed to the apron while I was cooking.
And that said enough.
I'm like, this is my all-time favorite apron. So anyhow, if you guys are interested in that, the link will be down below. Zazzle we don't control the sales, they do. So watch for the sales. They'll always have a sale code, almost always. So you can always get it discounted. So there you go. But with all of that said, now it is time for reader emails.
Reader emails!
Okay guys, so this week we are answering not emails emails per se, but questions that'll come through on the blog. And so these are a couple that we get occasionally and some that we get a lot. The first question is, why is Cris never on camera during Cookin Cris's Dishes?
Because she's bashful.
No. Here's the deal. When we first started doing Cookin Cris's Dishes, it was something Mikey wanted to do. And I was helping him by running the camera and providing the commentary behind the camera. And that was kind of our, our thing. That was the style of our videos, so to speak. And I don't think at the time when we started that we ever thought that Cris was ever going to be in front of the camera.
When we first started to go big on our YouTube channel, I'd had this YouTube channel for years. I think I started in like 2009,
yeah.
and I didn't really do much on it, or every once in a while I'd do a video. And we decided to, you know, monetize videos and actually make this a possible income and a way to get our presence out there, to build up an audience even more for recipes, the Crock especially. And I was coming up with like comedy skits and things like that. Like one of the ones I ended up not doing was, I called it Giblet Whacker, and it was when Addie was real small, like 2 years old, and it was going to be like if I was asleep on the couch and she'd come up, you know how little kids would come up and smack you or whatever, or hit you with something, and then I was going to do something like where I was working underneath the truck and it was going to show some kind of a camera angle. And well, Cris is like, maybe we should do something more professional. And we came up with a bunch of ideas, like, and before we even did Cookin Cris's Dishes, we did that comedy bit, Cooking with Good Old Boy, where I'm in the kitchen being clumsy. That part was an act. Anymore it's not. It's because I really do burn myself. But then, because we did that, we talked about, one of the ideas we came up with was, you know, what if we do something where we actually cook the dishes from recipes of Crock? You know, something like Cookin Cris's Dishes.
Yeah.
And we took off with it.
I think ultimately, Recipes at Crock has always been a website that is for everybody. It's for people who are very comfortable in the kitchen and just want quick and easy, yummy meals. But it's also for people who aren't comfortable in the kitchen, who are just learning, or who maybe have always been concerned that maybe it's not the easiest thing for them. And we want to take a lot of that anxiety out of the kitchen, and Mikey has been the perfect way of doing that. And so
you could be clumsy and still make good food.
I could stand there and give you all the instructions like I do on the videos, but I think it's super duper important for people to see Mikey, who isn't, that up until recently, it hasn't been his full-time job at all. And so it's him kind of figuring it out as he goes. And
so now that it's kind of sort of my full-time job, do I get a raise?
No, sorry.
Buy more aprons.
No, so I think that the thing, one reason is it started out that way. And so while we might add other things to the channel, including me cooking at some point, it's not going to, I don't think we're going to mess with that formula because it works so well. Like, we like it, and we like the way that the banter and the way that we work together on that. And it's purposefully that I'm off camera, and kind of just guiding him as he goes, as he does those things. That doesn't mean that I won't ever cook on the channel. It's just, it'll be a different thing. I don't, you know, that's just kind of, I think we like that style.
That'd be like me, really doing the dishes. It's just not my style.
Exactly. He's not going to clean that up later.
Aunt Lou helps quite a bit.
Aunt Lou helps. I tend to take care of things too. And
sometimes Miss Add even cleans out the dishwasher.
All of those things happen before he does.
Hey, I give the commentary on how good the food is.
Oh, are you giving the commentary on how to clean up the kitchen?
Yeah.
So that's kind of answering that question. That may not be the answer that everyone wants to hear, but it's kind of, it's how we like to do it. And we've tried to add more vlogs to get the rest of the family on the channel too, and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, when Aunt Lou comes to visit, we have her on camera sometimes. And so I think we're always going to be giving you guys all kinds of different things, but that's the formula, at least for now, that we like to stick with for Cookin Cris Dishes.
Now, I think it would be fun if sometime the dish and I sat behind the camera and made fun of you.
I don't make fun of you. I help you.
You just laugh at me when I burn myself.
Well, no, I try to prevent that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it's like this. Honey, don't touch that.
That's not true.
All right, so what else we got?
Okay, so the next question, a big question that we got with the bacon broccoli chicken that we recently did on the site is we used a Havarti cheese in that recipe, and a lot of people are like, I don't buy Havarti, I don't know what it is, or I don't want to use it. Can I substitute X, Y, or Z cheese? And so I just thought it might be nice for us to talk a little bit about substitutions. And the answer to can I substitute is usually always the same. Our answer is usually, I haven't tried that, but if you do, let me know how it goes, because I can't predict how something's going to work unless we tested it, pretty much. Now, it's a pretty given idea that you could probably substitute mozzarella cheese for Havarti cheese, and it's going to turn out, it's going to be a little bit different. The reason we chose Havarti cheese for that recipe is because of how creamy it melts over the top of that dish. Your mozzarella is going to be soft, and it's going to give it that really cheesy kind of melt, but it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the creamy
mozzarella is more of a chewy.
So when you guys ask us those questions, we don't always know like exactly the answer, but that's kind of, I mean, I love it when people take what we've done and they try different things in the kitchen, because that's how you learn, and that's how you learn what you personally like, and that's how you learn what will work and what won't work.
Right.
And another question we get all the time, because we like to cook with chicken tenderloins. If we're going to use white meat in the slow cooker, we tend to want to use the tenderloins and not chicken breast. Well, some people don't want to do that. The reason I like to do that is because they cook faster and they end up more tender than cooking.
Hence, chicken tenderloin.
And so I have a lot less problem with the chicken breast drying out, which is a huge problem for some people in the slow cooker. I just think they cook more consistently and they turn super tender and super delicious. You can always substitute that. You can make your cooking a little bit more even with those chicken breasts by cutting them up so that you know that the pieces are about the same size, and that will help it cook more evenly. Another trick, if you don't mind dark meat, is to substitute boneless, skinless chicken thighs for chicken breast, and it almost always comes out more tender because they have a little bit more fat on them, so that helps in the cooking process and it doesn't end up so dry. But the bottom line is, if we use walnuts and you like pecans, or if we use mushrooms and you don't like mushrooms, or if we use I don't know, green onions and you want to use regular onions, the answer is always going to be,
or if we say use bacon and you say you don't like bacon, get out.
No.
We don't need your kind of negativity.
Oh, now.
I'm kidding.
He is kidding. No. But if you don't like something, would you stop? If you don't like something or you want to substitute something, we can't always tell you how it's going to turn out. We can give you our best guess. But we always love to hear if you have tried something, and then we can hear about it, because sometimes we want to try what you tried too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people loved adding chicken to our broccoli cheese casserole. Well, it's not our broccoli cheese casserole. It was one of our readers sent it in, and they're like, "Dude, we're gonna add chicken and just make it a one-pot meal." And like, I love that idea, and that's actually something we still need to try. And so we love hearing that from you guys, and I just wanted to kind of like reassure you, if you want to try something different with one of our recipes, go for it. We just can't predict what it's going to be like because I don't have a crock pot in my head.
Of the great philosopher Andrew Zimmern, if it looks good, eat it. And if you don't like it, leave it out. I put in that last part. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't know if you guys ever watched this show.
Partial credit for Andrew.
He pretty much eats everything. I've never seen him turn anything down, and that includes like the grubs from the center of a tree or something.
Yeah. Or durian.
Although Addie would be all about that, apparently. So anyhow.
Addie'd be all right with it.
You know, we had that weird foods challenge, and they were eating those. What were they? The ones that were cheese flavored?
The mealworms.
The mealworms. I was at Lowe's the other day. They have a whole canister of those to feed birds in the back. And I was like, I bet we pay more for those little Cheeto flavored mealworms than that entire thing of birds.
I bet you're probably right.
But anyhow.
But speaking of weird food challenges, so you know how we talked a while ago about a certain number, and I said that we were going to do something really cool.
Yes, and what did I say?
You ain't going to eat that in my house.
No, what I originally said was you're not allowed to hurt yourself.
And I won't.
And then he said he's going to eat something disgusting, and I told him he'd eat it outside.
I showed her what it was, and I'm going to do it, and it's going to be really soon as it gets shipped to the house. Some of y'all might know what it is. I know a certain subscriber of ours named Petra knows exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm going to order it this weekend. It should come in next week, and we'll probably film it either next week or probably on the weekend. But you'll get your 8,000 subscriber challenge that I promised. I will not hurt myself, other than maybe my nose. So I'm going to see if I can get Miss Ad to do it with me, because she, again, we know, a lot of you know, she doesn't have a sense of smell.
Indiana, 11 Fort Jonesville, Seymour.
That's Google telling us we're almost to get Miss Ad. Speaking of her though, I'm gonna see if I can get her to join in with me to do it, because she likes doing the weird food challenges and she can't smell. To my neighbors, if any of y'all are watching, sorry, you're going to smell something pretty bad. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google the worst smelling food in the world.
Oh my.
And we will do that challenge coming up real soon. We've seen a lot of cool videos of people doing it, so it looks like for y'all it'll be a good time. For us, it'll be an experience. So
now it's time for the weekly menu.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and we don't have our lovely assistant in the back to do her little hand motions.
Not yet, but we're getting her.
It will just float in the back. The lady's gonna interrupt us as we start the menu. Oh, you want me to shut her? Do you know how to get there? Y'all, I watched him doing the windshield wipers today, putting them on, and he wouldn't read the directions. I'm a little concerned to turn off the directions.
In a half mile, take exit 55 for Indiana, 11 toward Jonesville, Seymour.
You sure?
I don't know. We're good.
Okay.
For the most part.
For the most part.
I think we got just enough time to get that in before we go see Miss Ad.
Alrighty. So, on Monday, we have barbecue bacon cheddar meatloaf. Yummy, yummy, yummy. This is an Aunt Lou creation. She made it from she used to do a burger that was similar to this on the grill, and so she decided to create it into a meatloaf. So, double thumbs up. And then on Tuesday, we've got my chicken enchilada roll-ups. Oh, are you being lovely?
Yeah, I'm doing this assistant.
He's trying to remember where to turn.
Yes.
One day we won't be quite so distracted during the weekly chat.
Squirrel!
And then on Wednesday, we've got leftovers or bean bacon soup. And this is in honor of my grandma. This would have been her birthday. Actually, today of the taping would have been her birthday.
Oh.
So, yeah. So that bean bacon soup always reminds me of my grandma. She would make bean bacon soup with grilled cheeses. So that's what we have.
We have to stop for a minute.
Uh-oh.
That's where we're supposed to go.
Uh-oh.
The road to get to Miss Ad is closed.
That's not cool.
No. Well, this says detour. So I guess we're going to take detour of Seymour.
This should put you back on track. No pun intended.
We're going over the railroad track and she's making railroad puns.
And on Thursday, we've got our very favorite, family favorite, and reader favorite chicken drumsticks with beefy, hearty beans. And these chicken drumsticks, we make them all the time. We absolutely love them. They have that fall off the bone flavor, and then we pop them under the broiler to give them grilled taste perfection. And so then on Friday, we're gonna have our barbecue chicken salad, which we're gonna take some of the leftover drumsticks and just pull the chicken from, and then turn it into our barbecue chicken salad,
Which is really, really good.
So there you go. The snack for the week is the cream cheese taco dip, which is super popular on the site. And our breakfast is Aunt Lou's apple granola breakfast. Yes.
Apple together sounds really good.
And then our dessert for the week is the caramel pie that Aunt Lou makes.
Yay.
Yes, it is so easy and so yummy. So that is our show for today.
And we're just about to go get Miss Ad, so yay, we're super excited.
Yes.
Stick with us. Again, like I said, we're in Tennessee by the time that you guys see this. And hopefully the Wi-Fi is good according to the brochure.
That's what it
There's
said.
high-speed internet, so hopefully you'll be hanging out with us while we're in Tennessee this weekend.
Yes.
We're definitely going to do a couple different vlogs.
I think it's time for us to sign off and know where the heck we're going.
Yeah, because we have no idea where we're at right now. I'm going to just roll my window down and go, Eddie!
Come to Mommy! Oh my.
I think I just swallowed a gnat.
Oh my. You okay?
That's nasty.
Ooh, lordy. Alrighty, guys. Send us your questions.
Send us your comments.
Bye.
Bye.
So this week.
Hang on a second.
Oh my word. Hang on. Let's go back. Okay.
You know, you can just say, let's go back. You don't have to. Today, we're talking about all... So we're here at Spring Hill. There's a whole bunch of kids, a whole bunch of parents, and we just spotted Miss Ad. Oh. We got our girl.
Okay.
Addie, did you have a good time at camp?
Yes.
What was your favorite part?
All of it.
All of it.
Yes.
Well, you know what my favorite part of camp was?
What?
Getting you back. See y'all.
Crock Posse shout out.